car. That's expired, is it not?
Well, what did I do?
Sit in your car. To the car. All right, I'll take your license and your proof of insurance.
What did I do?
Hey, I need your license and proof of insurance. Your temp tag is expired. Can I be any more clear to you?
I got the registration.
Welcome to U.S. Corrupt Cops, the channel that brings you unbelievable stories of misconduct and justice served. In today's video, we're diving into 4 shocking cases where corrupt officers faced karma. Each story is more unbelievable than the last. Stay tuned to see how justice finds its way. If you like this video, press 1. On July 5th, 2019, local resident Ramon Brown was driving to a gas station in Minneapolis, Minnesota, in a recently purchased vehicle. While on his way, he noticed Officer Ty Gindra of the Minneapolis Police Department following him for several blocks. When Mr. Brown arrived at the gas station and parked his car at a pump, Officer Gindra pulled in as well, but did not activate his emergency lights. After Mr. Brown exited his vehicle, Officer Gindra approached him. Their interaction was recorded on the officer's body camera.
You gotta have that temp tag down, man. Temp tag needs to be down lower.
Is it up high?
625? Why don't you just sit in the car?
What I do?
625? Sit in the car.
Please.
Get in the car. That's expired, is it not?
Well, what did I do?
Sit in your car. To the car. All right, I'll take your license and your proof of insurance.
What did I do?
Hey, I need your license and proof of insurance. Your temp tag is expired. Can I be any more clear to you?
I got the registrations right there. That's what I was trying to tell you.
You need to have license plates on.
Officer Gindra requested Mr. Brown's driver's license and proof of insurance, citing an expired temporary tag and the absence of visible license plates. Mr. Brown attempted to explain that his license plate was displayed in the rear window. Under Section 168.92 of Minnesota statutes, individuals who purchase a new or used vehicle may obtain a 21-day temporary permit, which must be affixed to the rear of the vehicle in place of a license plate and clearly visible. However, because Mr. Brown's temporary permit had expired, he was required to display license plates in accordance with state law. Section 169.79 of Minnesota statutes mandates that vehicles must display one license plate on the front and one on the rear. Additionally, the law specifies that all plates must 1. Be securely fastened to prevent movement. 2. Be displayed horizontally with identifying numbers and letters facing outward. And 3. Be mounted in an upright position. Furthermore, plates must remain legible, unobstructed, and free of grease, dust, or other materials that could obscure their visibility. The statute also prohibits covering plates with any material, including clear or colorless materials, that could affect their visibility or reflectivity. While the statute does not explicitly state that license plates must be mounted on the vehicle's exterior rather than displayed in the rear window, it is generally interpreted to require exterior mounting. In an Ask a Trooper column for the Albert Lee Tribune, Sergeant Tori Christensen of the Minnesota State Patrol stated, "License plates must be displayed on the front and rear of the vehicle. They cannot be displayed in the front windshield or rear window." This interpretation is supported by the statute's requirement for plates to be mounted and unobstructed, which would include prohibiting placement behind a glass windshield. Additionally, Section 169.50 of Minnesota statutes requires that license plates be illuminated by a white light, either from a rear lamp or a separate license plate lamp, making the plate legible from a distance of 50 feet to the rear. This requirement could not be fulfilled if the plate were displayed in the rear window. In the 2008 case of Frazier versus Commissioner of Public Safety, the Minnesota Court of Appeals ruled that an officer had reasonable suspicion to conduct a traffic stop when a vehicle's license plate was partially obstructed by snow, violating the requirement in Section 169.79 to keep license plates unobstructed. The court emphasized that minimal evidence is needed to justify a traffic stop. stating that an officer observing any traffic law violation, no matter how minor, provides an objective basis for stopping a vehicle. Therefore, it is likely a court would find that Officer Gindra had probable cause to detain Mr. Brown based on the observed license plate violation.
Handcuffs.
505.
All my registration tags.
No proof of insurance.
That last squad may be at 3rd and Franklin. They don't believe there's a BP at 3rd and Nicholas.
Alright, step on the car.
Copy.
Surround, translate back.
And 505, I'll start in the back of us. Copy.
Why are you driving without a license, man? Huh? That's kind of stupid, isn't it? Huh? Let's go. You got anything illegal in the car? Spread your feet. Receipt. 65 medium, go for it.
Copy code 4, 2257. 532 is clear. Copy.
Hi, can I help you?
Copy.
We'll be out on 1 gallon 12.
When Mr. Brown provided Officer Gindra with an identification card instead of a driver's license, Officer Gindra proceeded to handcuff Mr. Brown, place him in the cruiser, and conduct a detailed search of his vehicle. According to Section 17,108 of the Minnesota statutes, every licensee shall have the license in immediate possession at all times when operating a motor vehicle and shall display it upon demand of a peace officer. However, the law also states that no person charged with violating the possession requirement shall be convicted if they can produce a driver's license previously issued to them that was valid at the time of the arrest, or provide satisfactory proof that they were validly licensed at the time. While Officer Gindra could have used Mr. Brown's ID card to verify whether he was licensed, the statute does not require him to do so. A court would likely determine that Officer Gindra had probable cause to arrest Mr. Brown for failing to present his driver's license, which would likely justify the use of handcuffs and placing him in the cruiser. However, even if the court deemed Officer Gindra's detention of Mr. Brown lawful, it would almost certainly find the vehicle search unconstitutional. In the 1983 case Michigan v. Long, the Supreme Court ruled that a search of the passenger compartment of an automobile is permissible if the officer has a reasonable belief that the suspect is dangerous and might gain immediate control of weapons. In this instance, Officer Gindra had no reason to believe Mr. Brown posed a danger. Moreover, with Mr. Brown handcuffed and secured in the back of the cruiser, there was no risk of him accessing any weapons that might have been hidden in the vehicle. Additionally, while there are situations where officers can legally conduct a warrantless search of a vehicle after arresting a recent occupant, the Supreme Court clarified in the 2011 case Davis v. United States that such a search is constitutional only if the arrestee is within reaching distance of the vehicle during the search, or if officers have reason to believe the vehicle contains evidence related to the crime of arrest. In this case, Mr. Brown was secured in the cruiser, and the alleged offense, failing to display a driver's license or driving without one, provided no reason to believe the vehicle contained relevant evidence. It's also important to note that in the 1976 case South Dakota v. Opperman, the Supreme Court held that officers may conduct a warrantless inventory search of a vehicle being lawfully impounded. Had Officer Gindra chosen to charge Mr. Brown and impound the vehicle, a search conducted under department inventory procedures might have been deemed reasonable under the Fourth Amendment. However, since Mr. Brown was ultimately released and the vehicle was not impounded, the search cannot be justified as an inventory search. Consequently, it is highly likely that a court would rule Officer Gindra's search of the vehicle unconstitutional.
What's your buddy got in your car? What is this? Huh? What does that look like to you? You don't know? No idea, huh? What would you guess it be?
I have no idea.
You have no idea? Alright, I'll just tell you.
That's not mine.
During the vehicle search, Officer Gindra reportedly found a white powdery substance inside folded currency. However, this alleged discovery was not captured on Officer Gindra's body camera, and Mr. Brown denied any knowledge or ownership of the substance. In addition to his denial during the encounter, a lawsuit filed by Mr. Brown regarding this incident claims that the substance did not belong to him or his friend, and alleges that Officer Gindra introduced the substance and planted it in Mr. Brown's vehicle. Following the identification of a pattern of similarly questionable encounters with citizens, Officer Gindra became the subject of an FBI investigation. He was subsequently charged with multiple counts of obtaining a controlled substance through deception, violating Section 843A3 of Title 21 of the U.S. Code. This statute states, in part, that it is unlawful for any individual to knowingly or intentionally acquire a controlled substance through misrepresentation, fraud, forgery, deception, or subterfuge. A press release issued by the U.S. Department of Justice summarized the indictment, which alleged that from at least September 2017 to October 2019, Officer Gindra misused his role as a Minneapolis police officer to unlawfully obtain controlled substances, including methamphetamine, heroin, oxycodone, cocaine, and other drugs for personal use. The indictment specifically charged that Officer Gindra diverted drugs confiscated during lawful searches of individuals and vehicles for personal purposes, failing to report, log, or submit the substances into evidence. He also neglected to inform other officers about these confiscated substances. Additionally, the indictment alleged that Officer Gindra orchestrated interactions and searches of individuals, vehicles, or residences to secretly recover controlled substances, including conducting searches beyond the permissible scope of the situation. Although Officer Gindra was not charged with any drug-related crimes in connection with his encounter with Mr. Brown, he faced 3 counts of deprivation of rights under the color of law. One of these counts asserted that Officer Gindra willfully violated Mr. Brown's Fourth Amendment right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures, as outlined in Section 242 of Title 18 of the U.S. Code, which prohibits the willful deprivation of constitutional rights under color of law. While only Officer Gindra can truly know his intentions during the interaction with Mr. Brown, it appears likely that a court would determine that his actions during the vehicle search were intended to deprive Mr. Brown of his constitutional rights.
That's why I was trying to explain to you that the plates and the registrations is all right there in the window.
Alright.
Can I show you?
I'm gonna give you a break. You don't have a license, you know, right?
Yes, but because I was just using my brother's car. Can I show you the plates?
Go ahead.
I'll show you. The guy who bought the car from, he told my brother, he said, don't put them on until June 2nd. He said, don't put them on until...
Well, it's July.
Oh, yeah, I know, but he been having the car sitting.
Alright, well, put them on.
Should have a yellow tag then.
I just pulled off because it expired a month ago.
That's what I'm saying, it's my brother's car. I didn't...
Alright.
I didn't warn.
Alright. Alright. Thanks, guys.
Officer Gindra allowed Mr. Brown to leave without charging him or issuing any citations. In 2019, the Minneapolis Police Department's Internal Affairs Division began an investigation into Officer Gindra's actions after he entered a residence while paramedics were treating a man for an overdose on the front lawn. Body camera footage revealed Officer Gindra searching inside the home before turning off the camera without a clear reason. During the investigation, the department found additional body camera footage from other incidents involving Officer Gindra, where he appeared to detain people for questionable reasons, misappropriate seized drugs, and release the detainees without making arrests. MPD Officer Rich Jackson also reported Officer Gindra to Internal Affairs after witnessing 2 separate encounters in which Officer Gindra unjustifiably pointed his gun at civilians' heads. In 2020, Officer Gindra was fired for breaching the department's search and seizure protocols, and the case was referred to the FBI by the Internal Affairs Division. On November 6, 2020, the Department of Justice announced that former Officer Gindra faced 6 federal charges for acquiring controlled substances by deception, 2 counts of extortion under the color of official authority, and 3 counts of deprivation of rights under color of law. After a 10-day trial, a jury convicted him on November 2, 2021, of 3 counts of obtaining controlled substances by deception and 2 counts of deprivation of rights under color of law, one of which was related to the incident with Mr. Brown. On June 8, 2022, Officer Gindra was sentenced to 38 months in prison, followed by 1 year of supervised release. On October 11, 2022, Mr. Brown filed a lawsuit against Officer Gindra and the City of Minneapolis. The case was dismissed on August 31, 2023, after Mr. Brown accepted a $95,000 settlement. Overall, former Officer Gindra's due to his unprofessional and hostile conduct during the interaction, searching Mr. Brown's vehicle without a warrant or any legal justification, and possibly planting drugs in Mr. Brown's vehicle to intimidate him into silence. While it's unclear if Officer Gindra planted the white substance in the vehicle, his actions in other incidents suggest it's a possibility, especially since he seemed to position his body in a way that prevented the discovery from being recorded on camera. Furthermore, while it's difficult to confirm, it seems that Officer Gindra may have taken paper currency from Mr. Brown's wallet and used the same bill to plant the white substance. Normally, I would give an officer the benefit of the doubt in situations where the body camera footage is inconclusive. However, due to the criminal convictions that later stood against Officer Gindra, I'm inclined to believe that something far more sinister than an unconstitutional search took place during this encounter. As for Mr. Brown, it is difficult to assign a grade to an individual who was targeted by an officer trying to find illegal substances to fuel his personal drug addiction. Although Mr. Brown likely failed to properly display his license plate, it was a minor offense, and he seemed to have made a good faith effort to display it correctly. Although driving without a license is a more serious offense, it's unclear whether Mr. Brown was unlicensed or simply did not provide Officer Gindra with his driver's license. Regardless, I commend Mr. Brown for staying calm and following Officer Gindra's instructions during the encounter, and for pursuing appropriate legal action afterward to seek justice for the violation of his constitutional rights. Next, on November 23, 2021, Officer Matthew Knutson from the Green Bay Police Department observed a vehicle that failed to yield the right-of-way, nearly resulting in a collision. As anticipated, Officer Knutson quickly activated his patrol car's emergency lights and began following the driver to conduct a traffic stop. Dashcam footage from the patrol vehicle shows the driver entering the Imperial Pride neighborhood in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where he drove into a driveway and quickly exited the vehicle, fleeing on foot. The driver was later identified as 47-year-old Robert Sanchez. Upon realizing that Mr. Sanchez was attempting to escape, Officer Knutson exited his vehicle to pursue him but soon halted, notifying dispatch about the situation. In response to the situation, additional Green Bay police officers were dispatched to the scene. The following body cam footage was recorded by one of the officers who arrived and found Mr. Sanchez walking near a house in the neighborhood. The officer immediately drew her service pistol and pursued Mr. Sanchez on foot, keeping him at gunpoint while commanding him to stop. However, Mr. Sanchez ignored her orders and continued walking through the area. During this, the officer is heard requesting backup from dispatch. According to the U.S. Supreme Court's 1985 ruling in Tennessee v. Garner, officers are prohibited from using deadly force unless they have probable cause to believe that the suspect has committed a serious crime and poses a danger to the officers or the public if not apprehended. Given this standard, at this moment, any use of deadly force against Mr. Sanchez would be considered unconstitutional, as he was not presenting an immediate threat to anyone. It is important to note, however, that the responding officer was within her rights to draw her firearm. Generally, such decisions are made based on the circumstances at hand. A post discussing civil rights and police conduct, citing the New York Times, stated that there are no fixed rules on when an officer can draw their weapon, with officers typically using their discretion. Therefore, each officer decides when it is appropriate to unholster their firearm, which can vary by individual. At that moment, it was still unclear why Mr. Sanchez was fleeing or what his intentions were. The officer continued to follow him for a few more minutes before deploying her taser when he entered a roadway. However, the taser appeared ineffective, and Mr. Sanchez fled again, running across the road. According to the American Civil Liberties Union, tasers are considered a form of force and should only be used when necessary to prevent escape, defend oneself, or protect others, and in alignment with department policies on the use of force. Given that Mr. Sanchez was not running aggressively or presenting a direct threat, the justification for using the taser could be questioned. It may have been more appropriate for the officer to physically detain Mr. Sanchez rather than resorting to a taser. Meanwhile, Officer Knutson had arrived in his patrol car and was seen driving toward the area where Mr. Sanchez had fled. Body cam and dash cam footage from Officer Knutson captured the moments after Mr. Sanchez ran into the neighborhood. Rather than pursuing directly, Officer Knutson chose to drive a few blocks down the road in an attempt to intercept him. At this point, Officer Knutson spotted Mr. Sanchez again and dangerously accelerated toward him while he was still running across the road, following the taser deployment by the second officer. The dash cam footage shows Officer Knutson slamming on his brakes just in time to avoid a collision with Mr. Sanchez. Expectedly, Officer Knutson should have exited the vehicle to detain Mr. Sanchez, but what followed was far worse. Despite stopping his vehicle, Officer Knutson intentionally continued driving and struck Mr. Sanchez with his patrol car. After the collision, Officer Knutson exited the vehicle and pinned Mr. Sanchez to the ground, ordering him to place his hands behind his back.
Arms behind your back.
During this time, the second officer present joined Officer Knutson in restraining Mr. Sanchez, with a third officer also visible at the scene. Clearly, Officer Knutson's actions were a blatant violation of the law. This situation connects back to our earlier point that any attempt to use deadly force against Mr. Sanchez would be unconstitutional, as there was no reason for the officers to believe he posed a threat to anyone. It's important to note that attempting to run someone over with a vehicle is an obvious form of deadly force. The United States Armed Forces defines deadly force as force likely to result in or known to create a significant risk of death or serious injury. Weapons like firearms, knives, explosives, and vehicles are all recognized as deadly force when used. Referring to the 1985 Supreme Court ruling in Tennessee v. Garner, the court affirmed that the Fourth Amendment forbids the use of deadly force against an unarmed, non-violent felon who is fleeing. This clearly demonstrates that Officer Knutson violated Mr. Sanchez's Fourth Amendment rights. Additionally, the court ruled that deadly force may be justified if the suspect threatens an officer or if there is probable cause the suspect committed a violent crime. However, Mr. Sanchez did not meet these criteria in any way. Shortly afterward, while being held on the ground, Mr. Sanchez repeatedly told officers he couldn't breathe. Despite this, the officers on the scene ignored his pleas, and Officer Knutson's only response was telling Mr. Sanchez to catch his breath.
Reaching in his jacket pocket.
I can't breathe.
What's your name?
Robert Sanchez.
Why'd you run?
To make matters even worse, Officer Knutson stated that Mr. Sanchez was uninjured and that he only gave him a slight push, suggesting that the situation wasn't significant.
Injured. Okay. I pushed you to the ground. You're not injured.
This, of course, was a clear falsehood, as the dashcam footage clearly captured the events, and to suggest that it was merely a push is far from the reality of what transpired. It seems that Officer Knutson realized the gravity of his actions and attempted to cover them up. Over a month later, on October 20th, 2022, the Green Bay Police Department released a statement revealing that the Brown County District Attorney's Office had informed them of concerns regarding Officer Knutsen's actions during the attempt to stop Robert Sanchez. As a result, the Professional Standards Division, PSD, initiated a review of the body cam and dash cam footage, along with other relevant documents. The investigation revealed potential inconsistencies in Officer Knutsen's police report, suggesting that he may have falsified details about the incident. 2 days later, Officer Knutsen was placed on administrative leave, and the Brown County Sheriff's Office began an independent investigation into the possible violations. Defense attorneys noted that the officers present appeared to laugh at the suspect's condition after Knutsen mimicked the way he walked. As the investigation continued, in January 2023, detectives interviewed Officer Knutsen to explain why he had driven onto the grass to pursue Mr. Sanchez instead of parking near the sidewalk. Officer Knutsen responded by claiming that he believed there was another vehicle by the sidewalk, which led him to drive onto the grass. He also admitted that mimicking the suspect's walk was stupid and inappropriate. As the investigation unfolded, Chief Chris Davis of the Green Bay Police Department commented, saying, "We take all allegations of misconduct by Green Bay police officers seriously, and I am committed to addressing them in a manner that is objective, thorough, and fair to all parties involved." On September 14, 2023, a sheriff's deputy in Fernley, Nevada, responded to a report of a suspicious bonfire near an apartment complex known for high crime, having had 80 criminal complaints from residents. When the deputy arrived, he saw James Graham leaving the scene on a bicycle. The other residents said they didn't know him. The deputy followed and caught up with Graham to investigate further.
What's up, my man? Come here. Come here. Oh, yeah, no, put the bike down. Put the bike down.
Why? It's my bike.
Because I told you to put the bike down.
Why are you stopping me right now?
Because you're riding your bike with no fucking light on.
I'm riding it. I gotta
Put the bike
I got a
down.
light right here.
Dude,
My
put the
light
bike
was right
down.
here. I said, no, fuck
Put
that.
the bike down,
Call your
James.
supervisor.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
No, call your
Turn
supervisor.
around. Put your hands behind your
I've done
back.
nothing wrong.
I'm going
What
to
have I done
tase
wrong?
you, dude.
What have I
Get
done
on the
wrong?
ground, James.
What have I done wrong?
562 King. Get on the
What have I done
ground.
wrong? I've not done nothing wrong.
Get on the ground,
I've
James.
done nothing wrong. Am I being detained?
Get on the ground, James.
Detained.
Get on the ground, James. You are being detained, you idiot. Get on the ground.
I'm on the ground.
I'm going to tase you, dude. Get on the
Hey, I
ground.
got a light.
Put the flashlight down.
Am I being detained?
Yes.
For what?
Put your hands behind your back.
For what?
Put your hands behind your
What am I
back.
being detained for?
For not listening.
Why am I
Drop
being
that
detained? That's
flashlight.
not an
Drop
articulable-
that
That's
flashlight.
not an articulable reason for suspicion that I committed a crime.
Yeah, it is. You
It
took
is
off. You still
Call your supervisor.
relax.
No, I'm not relaxing. Call your supervisor. This harassment's gonna stop.
Shut up.
My
I am the
First Amendment
supervisor,
audit.
dip.
First
Shut up.
Amendment audit.
Yeah, try the Fifth
First
Amendment.
Amendment.
Shut
First
up.
Amendment audit. You have no reason to stop me right now.
Yeah.
None.
You're riding your bike with no
I
lights
got it
on.
Right there in my hand.
It's got to be on the bike, dip.
It was on the bike. I just took it off.
No, I just watched you right away
You didn't
when I
want-
rolled up.
You didn't tell me to stop. You have no crime I committed.
562 King.
None.
One detained. 29 on last
Call your
aggression, first and
supervisor.
James. You still on court conditions, James?
I want to know I'm not.
No.
I don't have any court conditions. None. I've not committed a crime. You have no reason to stop me.
Yeah, I did.
This
When I
is
told you to stop.
I'd like to stop your.
Yeah.
I stopped when you told
Yeah,
me.
if you're arguing with me.
I'm gonna argue.
And
with
I had to
you.
pull my taser
You
out.
have no reason to stop me.
Yes, I do.
None. What?
Yeah, James, it's called riding a bike without a
I
headlamp.
got a headlight right there.
It's not on the bike,
I was
James.
giving your friend, hey, I'm not on a bike. I'm in a parking lot, private property. What are you doing here?
You got any dope on you, James?
No, I don't. Now what? I want your
Stand
supervisor.
up.
I'm gonna stand up. Where's your supervisor?
Face
at?
away. Put your feet apart. You got any weapons on you?
Nope.
You got a
Check
knife
it out.
on you?
I know this. I'm being detained for no reason. I want to talk to your supervisor. You're in
Yeah.
violation of my First Amendment right, and my Fifth, and my Fourth, and my Ninth.
Put your feet apart, James.
Yeah, sure.
Face the car.
Face the car. I want to see your supervisor.
I just told you.
No.
Dumb.
Private property. I'm right here in my house. I live right there.
Tell her. What's your date of birth, James?
520. I don't have to answer your question.
Yeah, you do.
I'm
Yeah.
not under arrest.
You are the subject of investigation, yeah.
For what?
For resisting right now.
What's my crime?
For resisting.
What's my crime?
Yes, resisting.
I'm not resisting.
Yeah.
Crime.
Yeah.
Stop me for.
I told you already.
Resisting.
I already told.
Stop me. I don't have to answer your question.
Yeah, you do. Okay. You're going to jail. Yep, you're going to jail,
For
dude.
what?
What's that for arguing?
what?
I'm asking you.
Mr. Gresham was arrested for resisting arrest under Nevada Section 19920, which penalizes anyone who resists or obstructs a public officer's duties. There's also Section 1971-190, which makes it a misdemeanor to obstruct an officer. However, in the 2024 case of Wilson v. First Judicial District Court, the court clarified that obstruction involves physical conduct or aggressive language aimed at hindering an officer. In a 2015 case, Scott v. First Judicial District Court, a similar ordinance was found unconstitutional because it didn't require specific intent. In 2023, U.S. v. Garcia noted that if an officer lacks reasonable suspicion, the detention is unlawful, which invalidates any subsequent resisting charge. So if Mr. Gresham can show that the deputy didn't have reasonable suspicion to detain him, he could argue that he didn't engage in physical resistance or use fighting words. If successful, this could invalidate the resisting charge, as the officer wasn't acting within legal boundaries during the detention.
Basic information.
My name's James Gresham. You know my name.
I asked you what your date of birth was.
I don't have to answer your questions. Then.
Yes, you do.
Well, I guess I do, huh?
Yes.
Because I'm being detained,
Yes.
right? And this is an illegal stop.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. F- it. You're going, dude. I did about tase you. Is that your house?
It is.
Do you think that maybe you just answered a couple quick questions, but when you're rolling up here and then coming back,
You told me to come back, so I came back.
yeah, and then I'm telling you to drop the bike, you're not dropping the bike, and then you push it, you're trying to tense up on me.
In my hand. I didn't do nothing on you.
Yes, you did.
That's why you were stopping me.
Yes,
I
you
saw you
did.
pull up here. That's why I turned around to come back.
Because when I roll up for this
It had
bonfire,
nothing to do with me.
you were there.
I was just talking to them, asking
Yeah.
them what's up with the bonfire.
Oh,
And they were
okay.
barbecuing.
Imagine that.
Did you stop and ask
What's-
about the fire?
I didn't. You took off. Look, where's this guy going?
I didn't have to stop for you. What was my articulate reason for suspicion?
I already told
to
you.
come here to stop me.
I already told you.
There is no crime. I'd like to talk to the supervisor, sir.
You don't have
Right now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, you can
want that.
one hand in the other. Dude, and there's like huge flames coming out. I thought the building was on fire. Roll up. I'm like trying to ascertain what's going on. He rides off on the bike, and then, but it ends up being inside a barbecue, which I don't even know if that's legal. So I ride up. He's pushing his bike up here, and then it just went downhill from here. Now I'm debating whether to take him, dude, just for obstructing. Yeah, it's not really. So he's riding his bike without a light.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, is this private property? Like,
Was it through here?
yeah. So he came from this side and went through here.
So it's probably trade secret.
Mr. Gresham was detained for riding his bicycle without a light at night in a private parking lot. Nevada law requires bicycles to have front lights when used at night on public roads or designated bicycle paths. However, the law's definition of highway applies only to public spaces. Since a private parking lot is not a public highway or path, it's likely a court would find that the deputy lacked reasonable suspicion to detain Mr. Gresham for this reason.
So she's about it.
About what?
Him taking the bike.
Really?
That's hers. Says that it always comes by, grabs it, 'cause it just sits outside there. He'll ride it and then bring it back and take it without asking and all that.
Yeah, is that your bike, James? Okay. Now I'm like, well, should I just take it for obstructing?
I didn't want no trouble, so I left. The fire wasn't mine.
Well, when I'm rolling up and you're leaving, like,
Doesn't mean nothing.
sure it
I wasn't
does.
asked to stop.
What's that?
I wasn't asked to stop.
Because you took off.
I wasn't asked to stop.
Yeah,
I did
that's why I
nothing
came
wrong.
over here and told you to
There's
stop.
no reason to stop me. What's your reason for stopping me?
Code 4.
What's your reason for coming over here? I'm on private property, man. Why did you
Unfortunately,
come here?
flight from the cops.
A flight from who? I wasn't stopped.
I know, because you didn't give me a chance.
What were
So
you
I
going to
went
stop me for?
see what's going on with this
That
fire.
has nothing to do with me.
Okay, how do I know that
Investigate
if you're leaving?
it. It's not my fire. It's not my house.
How
I
do
don't
I
live there.
How do I know that when you
well,
take
the
off?
people live there barbecuing, right? You would have found out.
Okay, because they
You didn't
said
care
they.
about this.
To summarize, the deputy stopped Mr. Gresham based on the idea that his behavior indicated reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. This reasoning was influenced by the Supreme Court case Illinois v. Wardlow, 2000, which held that unprovoked flight in a high crime area could justify a stop because it suggested possible evasion. However, in Florida v. Royer, 1983, the Supreme Court ruled that people are allowed to refuse police interaction and walk away if there's no reasonable suspicion or probable cause. Additionally, in U.S. v. Smith, 2011, the Ninth Circuit Court clarified that merely walking away does not automatically create reasonable suspicion. Therefore, the legality of the stop in Mr. Gresham's case depends on whether his behavior was considered unprovoked flight or simply walking away. If his actions indicated flight, the stop could be justified under Wardlow. If he was just going about his business, the deputy might not have had reasonable suspicion, as noted in Royer and Smith.
They said they didn't know who you were.
That's what I'm telling you.
Now that I know who you are, but I didn't know who you were.
What I'm saying is this. What was your reason for stopping me? What was your reason for coming here?
That.
What?
Because you're trying to get away from me.
No, I didn't run from
Yeah?
nobody. I went home.
How are you going to get in the
came
house?
home. Usually she's home at night. I don't have to answer these questions. I'm not doing nothing wrong.
All right, don't answer the questions then.
Listen,
I don't
listen,
care.
Carl. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm on private property. You're harassing me. You're
I'm not
illegally
harassing you.
detaining me right now.
So I think she does live there.
Yeah.
Where was he at when he was he hiding? Was he in the grass or the paved portion?
He's on the paved portion, like right by that yellow tarp thing. Looked like he's walking up there. So I was like, hey, where are you going? At first I was like, yeah, you're riding a bike with no light.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know, dude.
But I don't know
Right
if
here.
he's right there, yeah.
I'm like, I'm wondering if just leaving when I roll up for like a illegal fire.
Well, it's unsolicited flight, and then that's your RAS to stop him to begin with.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's unsolicited. It's not like you had your lights on and you did that. He just did it on which is
Took off on his
it's
own.
case law now. So
Isn't mere flight not enough?
maybe like that one more thing.
'Cause I'm inclined to take him with him about all this.
Yeah.
All right, James, you want a supervisor? There's one down at the jail. You're going to jail, dude.
For what?
Resisting.
Okay, I'm not.
Don't. What are you doing,
I
dude?
thought you-
Face the car.
okay,
I'm
fine.
putting your feet apart.
Go ahead.
Law enforcement officers discuss whether to arrest Mr. Gresham, with one officer indicating his reason might be Mr. Gresham's complaints, bitching about their actions. The Supreme Court has established that an officer's subjective motivations do not determine the legality of an arrest. Instead, the key is whether there's probable cause. Two Supreme Court cases are relevant: Wren v. United States, 1996, and Neves v. Bartlett, 2019. In Wren, the court held that a traffic stop is lawful if there's probable cause, even if the officer had a different motive. In Neves, the court determined that probable cause generally defeats claims of retaliatory arrest under the First Amendment. Thus, if the deputies had probable cause to arrest Mr. Gresham, his complaints about the arrest might not be enough to prove a retaliatory motive, as probable cause typically justifies the arrest, regardless of the officer's underlying reasons.
I didn't do nothing wrong.
You don't listen.
I do listen. I came right to you when you pulled up. You're the one who was running at me, not me at you, bud.
Yeah, 'cause you're trying to get away,
I was
dude.
trying to get away. What are you talking? You're so.
Yeah.
It's on your body cam.
It is.
What did you do? Erase it?
Come on back here.
Can you pick it up and you please, sir?
We'll get it.
Okay.
All
Sorry.
right, have a seat.
Mistake. Made a mistake, bud.
Mr. Gresham was arrested on charges of resisting a public officer. The body camera footage of his arrest went viral, prompting public criticism of the deputy's behavior. In response, Lyon County Sheriff Brad Pope issued a press release defending the deputy, pointing to Mr. Gresham's criminal history and emphasizing the department's commitment to aggressively pursuing crime. He took responsibility for the deputy's actions, indicating they aligned with his guidance. However, the body camera footage showed the deputy's aggressive and disrespectful behavior, with profanity and name-calling aimed at Mr. Gresham. This raised concerns about the professional conduct of Lyon County Sheriff's deputies and the appropriateness of their approach to law enforcement. While Mr. Gresham complied with the deputy's orders, albeit while verbally challenging the arrest, it is unclear whether his behavior justified the charge of resisting arrest. The incident suggests a need for law enforcement to maintain professionalism and respect, regardless of a suspect's history or demeanor. Next video, on December 2023, Dan, an auditor from Erie County, was at the Aurora Senior Center capturing photos and videos of the public areas. Seeing the front office door open, he stepped inside and was greeted by a friendly gentleman.
I'm doing.
Wait a minute, what are you doing?
Me, I'm just taking some pictures of the office here.
Okay, don't take me.
As soon as the man leaves, the woman working the desk raises concerns over Dan's recording.
What are you taking pictures for?
Oh, it's just a story I'm working on that East Aurora.
Okay. I'm just asking because it's not every day somebody just comes in and randomly starts taking pictures.
Yeah, just taking pictures of the office, what's available, some of the pamphlets on the wall, decorations, how the place looks, what's available for the public.
For
public dissemination. I'm going to disseminate it all to the public.
Well, I would really appreciate you writing your name down so the director. Excuse me, I don't feel comfortable you taking pictures and. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Unless you have permission from.
This is a public area.
Well, it is, but.
Yeah. So anything I can see, take pictures of.
Could you give me your name just so the director knows who is?
I actually can't because there might, like I said, it's an investigation going on.
Okay,
so.
then maybe I would ask you to stop taking pictures then, please.
Your name is?
No, I'm not at liberty if you're not going to give me your name, sir.
Don't you work for the public?
I don't feel comfortable you filming. It's just a little awkward if you won't
Yeah, I mean, you can
share
cover
why
it up.
you're...
Cover up anything that you think is not supposed to be out to the public.
Immediately upon the man's departure, the woman manning the front desk voices her concerns about Dan's recording. The woman soon asks for help from another person working in the building.
What are you doing here?
Your name is?
I won't.
Yeah, I don't have to give you my name.
Oh, well, I don't have to listen to you because you won't even tell me who you are.
Can I?
Yeah, call because there's HIPAA protected information here, so we absolutely cannot be filming you. Yeah, that's weird. I've seen this on TikTok before. There's always troublemakers like this.
I just don't feel comfortable. We're at the Town of Aurora Senior Center. Could you please send a car over? I have an unwanted guest that will not leave.
I'm in a publicly accessible area.
Yeah, I see clowns
you
like
weren't
you all
though,
the
sir.
time
The
on
door was
TikTok.
shut and the lights are off.
You seen what?
Clowns like you on
Clowns,
TikTok all
huh?
the time. Yeah.
Sir,
This is
the
a
door
public-
was
this
shut
is a
and the lights
public-
were off, and you came into...
This door was definitely not shut.
It was shut.
You're a loser.
Hi.
I'm a loser?
Hi, Carol.
You guys are gonna...
We don't find it funny to
I don't find it
protect
funny
our-
being called a loser either.
I didn't call you any names. I said I don't find it funny, and I don't feel comfortable. This is our members' club.
This is a public entity.
It is, but
This is a public space.
I don't go to
This is
your
publicly
home.
accessible.
I don't go to your home and take pictures.
I don't go to your home either.
You understand what's happening here?
Oh, what's going on?
This man came into the building with no business being there. It said it's a public building. We have HIPAA protected information. Our people that come to this building are protected by privacy laws, and he will not leave. He wants my name. He's filming us, and we really don't want him to know.
Hey, Dan.
And he's saying because it's a public place, he went into the office where they're by law. We are
It's the
bound by
publicly
privacy.
accessible
I
area,
talked to our
unlocked,
attorney.
open doors.
She said he absolutely
Go up to the
cannot be in
counter
office where all
and
the
talk to some
private
people.
information
Yeah.
is. Healthcare information. You're familiar with him?
Yeah. Hey, Dan.
He can do whatever he wants. He can't go in the office.
Right.
Lock it.
What?
Yeah, lock it.
She's coming.
You can talk to the police officer through the window. And if he does go into that part of the building, it's a private nonprofit. I do want him arrested for
What part of
trespassing.
this building is private? Are you aware, officer?
Yeah, ma'am, we're trying to figure out where he can and can't go. Like, is there anything that
He
marks where it's-
absolutely is forbidden from going in that office.
Sure.
He's forbidden. I will have him arrested if he goes beyond that door right there, because that's a private nonprofit.
Okay.
There's something else privately I want to tell you.
What part of this public building is private?
There's an AV meeting starting soon. The idea that he's going to be here filming is making me shake. I can't believe it.
I mean, I just walked up to the open door that says the reception area. I walked up to the reception's desk and they flipped out.
Well, not everyone's happy with everyone.
Transparency.
Well, again, we don't know what people are doing. That's why we go to calls and talk to everyone involved and go from there, you know?
Gotcha. So we clarify what part of this public building is non-publicly accessible, it's private?
So anywhere
besides the rooms that she explained to you before?
They're private?
There's HIPAA protected information.
Yeah, but HIPAA doesn't apply to me. Like, I understand
She said
HIPAA.
you can roam in here, go in the library, any of those rooms over there.
Can I just grab your name and stuff?
I actually don't work here. She was
Okay.
just getting really upset. You'll want to take it.
Okay.
I just didn't want to give him my name.
Were you the one that called?
No, she was.
Okay. Can I take you to a private part of the building we can
Sure.
talk?
I don't know if he's doing it right or wrong. I did not feel comfortable him being
No,
in here
so-
with the camera while I'm here by myself.
So what he
That
does?
light was off. That door was shut.
Yeah.
I was in my office.
And he just barged in?
Well, he didn't barge.
Did he knock on the door?
No, I heard somebody, so I got up, and there's a guy with a camera, and I'm like, excuse me. God bless you.
So the public is not allowed to walk in here onto this counter?
His name is Dan Mormis. He's when I was in the police academy, he came to the police academy and was harassing all of the recruits. So he does this all the time.
I just don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They have people's personal information. HIPAA's protected. I'm sitting here with a camera like this. Am I breaking the law?
Can I just get like a rundown of everything that happened? So you said you're sitting at your desk?
I was in here.
Okay.
That light was off. That door was shut.
Okay.
And then, you know, sometimes people come in and say hello. So he didn't. But I heard something, so I got up and I came around the corner and standing there with a camera.
Who's the onus on to protect that information? Is it on me, the general public, or is it on the people who work the office?
So when I came out, he was like taking pictures of that wall. And then he was taking pictures of the clipboards that are on our counter.
Right, so the onus is on the people who are, you know, held by HIPAA, not myself.
Yes, but the door was closed and you walked in.
No, the door was not closed.
The door was closed when you first got here.
No, it was not.
That's what I was told.
So yeah, they're lying. But that's why I video record everything,
Okay.
so.
I asked him for his business card to give to our director. People just don't walk in and start filming.
Yeah, this guy does, unfortunately.
Going forward, try and put up some private property signs or keep things locked where you don't want the general public getting into kind of thing.
Okay.
Sucks, but
Yeah, okay.
What sucks about freedom and the right?
Yeah, because normally the people that come to the senior center never, ever, ever go in that office.
Sure.
What is unfortunate about people having constitutional rights?
Can't come in my place, and if he does, I'll call.
yeah, by all means.
Okay, all right. So I
I guess
appreciate
lessons learned going forward kind of thing.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
But by all means, call anytime.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
All right,
Officer-
thank you. Thank you, sirs.
What is unfortunate about people exercising their constitutional rights?
Thank you, Officer Gunston.
That's what we call a walk of shame right there.
If he does go in any other places he's told not to, either call back. I don't know what the plan is. This is my second week here, so I don't know what the protocol is.
Congratulations.
Thanks. So if he does go anywhere he's not supposed to, just call back. Okay? Thank you.
Did Officer Spy come out or is?
So what is unfortunate about people being able to exercise their rights and hold government accountable?
You don't think you got the whole thing, Dan?
No? Because that's what I heard. Like, you're saying it's not unfortunate, or it is? Unfortunately, we're allowed to exercise constitutional rights in public? I don't get it.
No.
It's not a good look for the East Aurora PD. You're not representing them well. Your body camera on the whole time in here? Is your body camera on?
Get out of my way.
Get out of your way.
I'm looking
Quit touching me.
Officer safety.
Quit touching me. Why is he touching me?
He wants to get past you to get into that office.
The door's
Wanna make
locked.
sure-
He didn't even say excuse me or nothing. He's just gonna grab me? Who do you think you are? We need to file a complaint against you?
Do what you got to do,
Cartwright?
Dan.
I asked you a question. Is your body camera on this whole time? Then you just put your hands on me. Yeah. I have to file a complaint against this clown.
Yo. All good?
Yeah.
Who's the supervisor around here? Is there a supervisor here?
Lieutenant Welch is the supervisor on duty today.
Can you call him down here?
Sure.
Thank you. Officer Cartwright here thinks he can just put his hands on somebody, he can move him out of the way instead of saying, excuse me, I'm not under arrest, I'm not breaking the law. You have zero authority over me. You do not put your hands on citizens. You don't grab their arms like that. You don't push nobody. That's not lawful. You don't have no lawful authority to do nothing. And nobody's breaking the law. Do you understand?
Requesting a supervisor, if you could swing through.
You good?
Yep.
All right.
Why don't you stick around while your supervisor comes down here after you put your hands on me?
Lieutenant Welch is on his
Unlawfully.
way down, Dan.
Shortly after a police response was requested, Ed and the women started insulting Dan. Dan requests to submit a records request, and about 10 minutes into the interaction, Officer Cartwright and a rookie arrive on the scene. The officers follow everyone inside and begin asking questions. Officer Cartwright and the rookie depart the scene while Dan waits for a supervisor.
I just told them that, well, she gave me her side of the story, and he didn't do anything. He did exactly what he's always done. And then I told her just if he goes anywhere that he's not supposed to, call back.
Officer Cartwright's response to a question about police heckling in East Aurora reveals his limited understanding of the principles guiding police conduct. He suggests that officers are rarely heckled in uniform because they are expected to be composed, overlooking the First Amendment's protection of free speech. Additionally, his comment about not resorting to violence when out of uniform seems inappropriate given the context. While he emphasizes the importance of integrity, his previous statements reflect a shallow comprehension of his role as a peace officer. This inconsistency suggests he might benefit from a deeper understanding of the responsibilities and ethical expectations of policing.
We're not going to talk about anything until our body cams are off.
If the officer had integrity, he would certainly be able to provide an honest account of the encounter and explain why he acted the way he did with the body cams recording. Why else would an officer withhold his statements regarding his involvement in an alleged simple assault? That question will be left for Supervisor Lieutenant Welch, who has now arrived on the scene to take Dan's complaint.
And an uproar in there over there? What's going on?
Not much. I need to file an official complaint against an officer of theirs who put his hands on me unlawfully.
What's that?
I need to file an official complaint against an officer who put his hands on me unlawfully. What did he grab my arm and he pushed me on my chest?
Yeah, watch my arm. What do you mean he put his hands on you?
He grabbed my arm and he pushed me on my chest and tried to move me because of officer safety, he claimed, but
okay.
He has no lawful authority to put his hands on anybody.
Well, what happened? What led up to it?
I asked him if his body camera was on, and he ignored me. And I took a step over like this to his point of view. I said, "Sir, is your body camera on?" And then he grabbed me. He grabbed me around, around my arm right here, and he pushed me like this, and he tried moving me. And I didn't break no law, so I don't see what authority he had to even put his hands on me or have any control of where a free citizen stands or to move. So I want to file an official complaint.
Do you have a video?
I do have
of
video
this whole
of it.
incident?
I have it on body camera, I have it on this camera, and I have it on this camera.
What was the officer's name?
I want to say it was Cartwright. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I do have an officer Cartwright here.
Yeah, Cartwright. He was just here at this call.
Was this inside here?
It was inside here.
Okay. Why don't you show me how this whole thing went down?
But this lady who works for the public who won't identify herself called the police because I was filming in publicly accessible areas.
I didn't call, and I don't work for this.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm talking to him right now. They came. They lied. This lady lied and said this door was shut and it was restricted access area. The door was wide open. I was standing here and I asked him, and it's on his body camera, it's on my body camera, it's on 4 different cameras. I'm sure there's some security footage in here of him grabbing me. And I asked him, is your body camera on for this? Because he was saying unprofessional things like, unfortunately, the public has the right to video record in public spaces. And I asked him, I said, it's unfortunate that people have civil rights, he's ignoring me, acting very unprofessional as an officer, unbecoming of the uniform. And he was standing here, I think he was looking into this window, and I asked him if his body camera was on. That's when I stepped over and I said, "Sir, is your body camera on?" That's when he reached out and grabbed me.
Okay.
And he had no lawful
Did you
authority.
enter his personal space? Or
No.
That he felt threatened by you?
Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I could stop this one camera, roll it back if you want to see it. Like, no closer than me and you. He had to step forward to grab it.
Dan now presents Lieutenant Welch with his video, illustrating that Officer Cartwright not only advances to grab Dan and relocate him, but also takes 3 deliberate steps into Dan's personal space without requesting him to move.
Part of that, did he ask you to get out of the way so you could go in there? Did he
You watched the whole thing. You watched the whole thing.
What transpired prior to so he was trying to get in here for, I'm good.
I don't even think he was trying to get in there.
Officer Spahn was in that room.
Okay, so
There was an officer in there.
So the officer with him is currently in training, so if he was watching his performance or watching his, whatever it is he was doing, he was observing his trainee, if he felt the need to go in there to deal with him, I don't know, I haven't talked to him yet, but is that what?
All right, so say I'm here to take pictures and I want to take a picture behind you. Do I just say, get out of the way, grab your arm and your chest and move you?
Well,
or do you say,
no.
excuse me, I have not broken no law here.
Okay.
I haven't committed no crime. So he has no authority to put his hands on me whatsoever.
All right. Well, I've got your information. I will obviously investigate. I'll look at everything all the things that I have access to, and I'll be sure to get back to you at what we figure out.
2 weeks after filing his complaint with Lieutenant Welch, Dan called the department for updates on the incident. He left 2 messages for supervisors, but never received a callback. Eventually, Lieutenant Welch completed his report, stating that Officer Cartwright did not grab Dan or act aggressively in any way. He mentioned that he informed Dan he was moved for officer safety, as if it were a catch-all excuse granting officers the ability to do anything they please.
Way. Get out of your way.
Quit
touching me. Officer safety. Quit touching me. Why is he touching me?
He wants to get past you to get into that.
In a report presented to Chief Lieutenant Welch, it was further stated that the complaint was baseless. The body camera footage clearly showed that when Cartwright used his left arm to move Dan, it was actually Dan who pressed his body against Officer Cartwright.
From the second angle, you can clearly see if Mr. Welch's eyes were open, his officer did grab my arm after writing he did it in the paperwork, which, of course, inlines the problem.
In early April, Dan, finding no accountability within the department's ranks, filed a lawsuit against the 7 officers who responded to the incident.
I'm just here I've process to serve on several officers. I've got process to serve on officers Stephen Cartwright, Patrick Welch, Richard Gottstein, Paul Spahn. Then there's a general one here for, I guess, the town and the department as a whole. It's a lot here. What'd you guys do to this guy?
All right, I'll leave whatever you got for the officers.
Are the officers here to serve personally, do you know?
I can take a look. A couple of them are out on calls right now.
Yeah, if you could take a look, because I'd like to serve them in person if I can, per the requirements.
Okay.
If you could check into that for me.
You can sit on the bench. I'll have
You got it. Yeah, hey, how we doing today?
Oh, what's up?
I have process service to provide to several East Aurora officers. Can I get your name and badge number?
I'm Lieutenant Welch.
Okay, so I think I have one for you here. I've got one for Officer Cartwright.
Well, he's not here, so you'll have to come back when he's here.
Patrick Welch?
Yep.
Okay. Richard Gottstein?
He's here, sure.
Okay. Can he come out as well to be personally served?
I'll get a hold of him.
Okay. And then I've got, let's see, Paul Spahn. And then this is just generally for the town and the police department itself. So, I mean, it'd be great to, what ended up happening with this guy? Did you guys put your hands on him or something?
I don't have anything to say.
You don't have anything to say?
Thank you.
Can I speak with the other officers? Well, I need to serve them, sir.
Not here.
Well, can you accept on their behalf?
No.
You're refusing service?
You can serve them personally.
Well, I'm asking you to accept service because this is their place of employment.
What's that?
I'm asking you to accept service because this is their place of employment. Are you refusing service?
You can probably serve. I'll take them then.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So you're accepting service?
Yep.
All right.
Take them.
Thanks a lot.
Maybe the defendants will settle quickly, or maybe they won't. The department might even mature and accept responsibility for their actions. I highly doubt it, but anything is possible.
We're down here now at the East Aurora Village Hall, and of course the town hall is right next to us, and we're going to go in here and serve up the village and the town all at one time here. We got our process service here with us today, redressed now. Of course, I can't serve it because my name's on the paperwork, so.
How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. I just have process to serve for the village clerk.
Oh, what's that?
Process service for a lawsuit.
Okay.
Yeah, this is for the village clerk. Is she available? Or he? How are you doing today? Are you Maureen Drakis, the village clerk?
Yeah.
Okay, I just have process service to provide to you for a lawsuit. How are you doing today? I just need to speak with the town clerk. I've got process service to provide regarding a legal matter.
Okay.
How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. Are you the town clerk?
I am.
Can I just get your first and last name?
Martha Librock.
Okay, just have process service to provide for you for a legal matter.
Okay. Stamp it in. Just one copy in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on this case? Please comment below to share. Thanks for watching US Corrupt Cops. If you found this episode informative, give us a like, leave a comment with your thoughts, and share the video to help spread the word. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more updates.